3, 2, 1. Welcome back to User Friendly, the friendliest podcast in the world. It's your boy, Pablo Trees.
Squared Hill.
And it's Jason.
Yeah.
Yeah, so our next guest here is one of my closest friends. We worked at a sweatshop together.
Whoa.
I'm going to just call it that. He's worked on movie posters. He's worked on popular games, cover arts for artists, and collabed with many local Chicago talent that you guys know today. He's the most talented artist that I know personally, and he's been a big motivation in my life, and I consider him half of Out of Order as well, for those who don't motherfucking know. Please welcome Chris!
Pew, 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 pew. Drop some bombs, please. The real Chris Brown.
Yes,
AKA
sir.
CB Illustrations.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Let's just start off with, how was your week?
Yeah, how was your week, Squared?
My week was pretty cool. Got a lot of... I was pretty active. I've been good with I've just been good with habits this week. You know what I'm saying? Eating early, you know what I'm saying? Going to sleep pretty early too.
Nice.
I've been having some good days this week. I've been having high energy. So, yeah, we're about to see Cuddy Friday.
Oh shit!
Yes,
I'm ready for that. So that's how I'm thinking about that too.
Nice.
So the week's been cool. I'm
Yeah,
breezing.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah, I'm cool
It's
right
gonna be
now.
We actually saw Cuddy years ago. Maybe 2019 or 2017.
No, that was had to be it had to be 2017.
Yeah, and
Whenever Passion, Pain, and Demon Slaying came
I actually
out,
met my baby mother at the Cuddy concert for the first time. It's funny.
At that one?
At that one.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
We all did.
My week was pretty good. Just been spending a lot of time with family. My dad's birthday was yesterday, and we were celebrating that. We went out to eat, and then I got a homie's birthday tomorrow. David. Shout out David.
Shout out David and
Fernando. Aurora's is... Oh, wait. Yeah,
It's a lot of
Virgos.
It's a lot of them. It's a lot of them. Too many to count.
Daisy's birthday just passed too, and yeah, you Virgos act out sometimes. How was your week, Jason?
It was all right. I mean, shit, it's the same. But lately, I've been buying salads to make it, or buying greens, buying groceries to actually make a salad this time and eat it. Because every time I buy greens at a grocery store, it's going straight to the garbage in 3 days. Just because
you don't need it.
Yeah, and it's just always
3 days.
Yeah, that shit goes pretty bad quick. The pre-made kits and stuff.
Yeah.
Or
true.
within the week.
True, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just, yeah. But yeah, I made a couple salads. I felt healthy for a little bit.
Okay.
But still gotta keep it up.
Yeah, we got.
Yeah, that was just random.
No, yeah, that's good. We got to worry about our health.
How's
your week, Chris?
Yeah, Chris. I know you just came back from North Carolina and stuff.
Yeah. No, that's cool too. Yeah, this week was pretty good. I actually went to, what is this, my third Sox game ever.
Nice.
Yeah, gonna be going with my wife and.
You're married?
Parents. Yes, I'm married.
That's drop a bomb.
Drop a bomb for love.
Yeah.
Wow.
Love
Drop
and
a bomb
marriage.
for
Shout out
love.
to
A
Jess.
love bomb. Wow.
Yeah, man.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Yeah, so it was I'm not really a sports fan really, but I'm usually feel the pressure to lean into the Sox thing, but I'm digging it now, you know.
Yeah.
They won yesterday. So,
Nice.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to Sox.
Cubs fans, but it's user friendly. Everybody's welcome.
Yeah. So for people that don't know you as well or anything, please describe. I don't know.
Yeah. So
Give us a little about yourself.
Yeah. My name is Christopher Brown, not Chris Brown, but I come from Savannah, Georgia. Born in Birmingham, Alabama, and I spent most of my time in Savannah, Georgia. And yeah, it's like just like always green there, and I kind of spent a lot of my time all in the arts, or like kind of like growing up in it, because just like Savannah is kind of like a art town. It's like a college, kind of like almost like just built on top of that mug. But and I've been exposed to like film and all kinds of stuff, and a lot like in the film industry, and my mom's like a fashion designer and all that stuff. And
Damn.
so it's like I've been into this mug for a long time, and just been traveling different places. I feel like I've lived in a few places. I've seen a lot, you know what I mean, and it's always a good experience. I feel like I take a lot of friends and stuff like that. Have a lot of good friends in different places and stuff. And yeah, man, this is the next chapter right here in Chicago. So
Yeah.
Is it far from Atlanta?
It's like 4 hours.
Okay. So
Hell yeah, that's far.
I've never been to Georgia.
I be driving, boy.
But so how'd you come to Chicago, or like what made that?
Followed my wife actually. So we both actually went to the same school, SCAD. After graduating, I came over here, and this started my life. You know what I mean? And it's not too soon after that I met Jason. So
yeah, take us back. Take us back to where we first met and how you got to that position, because I came after you.
Yeah. So like, man, I came to Chicago and I was stressed as hell. Man, because like I was hearing all kinds of horror stories. People from Chicago when I was in Savannah, it was like, man, yeah, you're gonna be freaking having icicles out your nose and all kinds of stuff.
Oh yeah, it's cold out
It was like scaring the hell out of me, man. I mean, it was just as cold as they said it was gonna be, so they weren't lying too much. But
I forget about that Chicago is
bro
that
Do
cold.
you?
I forget, because I've been.
It happens every year.
Yeah, but like
that shit traumatized me every year.
I'm just like thinking about it. Like I already know it's coming. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For other people, like they never even experienced something like that, and I can't fathom.
Idea. Yeah, I got like family members that be coming up here, and they be like, "Oh yeah, I'm just come when it's like fall," and I'm like, "Bring a coat for real. You gonna be in the city? Bring a coat for real." So
yeah, throughout the week is like it could be like 4 different seasons.
Yeah.
You just never know.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but yeah, I came to Chicago, and I was like immediately looking for a job, man, and I had already like experienced screen printing, and I thought that was kind of like the easiest thing to get into, and so I put on some dress clothes and just walked, you know what I mean, like had my had a portfolio of screen printing shit that I did, and like went to Rowboat, and they was like, pretty impressed, you know what I mean, and they was like, we ain't got no spot open right now, but we'll let you know.
Yeah.
And then I went to Sharp Print.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's like right next door to Rowboat. And I got a job on the spot right there, and I started going up to the ranks, trying to learn how to screen print and stuff like that, working on the machine and all that. And it was crazy because I was got laid off over that mug, and or I didn't got laid off. A lot of other people did, and then I was somehow able to stay on, and then I got a call from Rowboat and came over, and I told him, I was like, off the hop, I was like, yo, I do screen printing and I do graphic design and all kinds of stuff, and I could do anything, you know what I mean? So it all kind of started from there,
Yeah.
And then that's where you met Jason.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just remember because those 2 weeks I had to take care, or before I started working there, my first day, those 2 weeks prior, I had my mom had went to Korea for a funeral, and I had to take care of her cleaner shop that they had at the time for 2 weeks straight by myself, and I never had experienced anything like that before, or had to do something like that.
How old were you?
It must have been like 2016, 2017.
Okay.
So just maybe like a couple of years ago.
And she told you to hold down the shop?
Yeah, and that shit was crazy because I had to just do that for 2 weeks without any experience.
Yeah.
So I did that for 2 weeks, and then the next day I went to Rowboat because I told George, like, yo, I just need to... Shout out to George. He's going to come on next pod.
Nice.
But...
Yeah, George, man.
Yeah, so like George had brought me in saying that, hey, you have to be here on this day at this time. And that was the day right after my my mom came back. So that was my first experience. And I just remember you saying to me, I don't know if you remember this, but I just remember because it was in the summer. And for people that don't know, in the screen printing like area or inside, like it is hot as fuck.
Yeah, bro.
There is no AC. They're just hella fans just running.
You can be drinking plenty of water.
I remember you telling me vividly, like, yo, bro, like, take a break, like, when you can, because this is not gonna end.
Hell no.
And I was just like, because at the time, like, rowboat was, like, it was doing good. Like, we were printing stuff for Chance, and, like, it was in the era where, like, it was really big, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I remember just going in there and being like, damn, like, it's hot as fuck in here, and it's not gonna stop.
How long were you there before he got there?
I think I might have been there. Well, I can't even remember, bro. I think this is all a wash, bro. I think it's probably at least a year. I think a year.
Oh, you already big homie.
Yeah.
The rundown.
Yeah. It was a crazy experience over there.
So when you were in rowboat, were you doing the actual screen printing, or you were doing the illustrations, or is it both?
So that's a whole journey in itself.
Yeah,
That's
it's
whole
crazy.
can of worms. But I started just pulling shirts, really, you know what I mean, because they just needed a lot of help.
Right.
I already had experience doing printing, but you know, they already had a really, really talented printer, Kevin.
Yeah, shout out to Kevin.
Yeah,
man.
He's
bring his ass
great
out
dude.
here.
Yeah. He, you know, like, so basically I would like be his assistant most of the time, and then I, like, maybe like a couple months after that, I started printing and stuff like that. And then how I started doing kind of design work was not necessarily through rowboat, but kind of like talking to their clients.
Nice.
Like, and that's kind of like how I met Joe Freshgoods, actually. And yeah, he's a real cool dude. And I, you know, just like, you know, I showed him like a lot of my work or whatever, and he's like, you know what, I can use you.
Yeah.
And you know, ever since I've been like, you know, he'll hit me up every once in a while, like, oh yeah, I got a job, and it'd be quick. It's like crazy. Like the process of working with him is just like real quick. Just he pop up and be gone as soon as he came, you know. But that's good though, you know what I mean? Just
when people
process.
know what they want, right?
Yeah, for real. Like, you, man, as an artist, it's like you want people to know what they want, because you'll be spinning your wheels. But
yeah, I mean, can we talk more about that in the sense of, like, I know, like, we work together too with our stuff, and I don't know how sometimes you feel about it, just because, you know, it takes a while for us to go back and forth compared to maybe how you would go back and forth with Joe, or like other collabs that you've been doing and you have done.
Yeah, I mean, like, for me, it's not like it's like it's more about, you know, educating, you know what I mean? If you're working with somebody who don't know how to art direct, you kind of got to like guide them a little bit, and then they'll get better, especially if you're working with you know, like say for example, when we started, you know, we would you know, create designs and stuff like that, and I would give feedback on like, oh, I think this would work better, or maybe we should you know, tweak this or use this. And now what's actually happened is you're giving me advice, you know what I mean? So I think, you know, that's all, like, what it's really about is just like people, whoever's being the art director or the client, so to speak, is learning from this experience.
Right.
And yeah, like, I deal with a lot of people, and I can kind of tell when it's like, I'm going to waste my time working with this particular person or something like that. 'Cause, you know, if they're not like down to learn or respect my time or something like that, then, you know, I probably like
won't work with them.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I feel like we've all had those kind of instances where even now, people ask me for shirts now, and they're like, yo, like, can you design this for me?
Yeah, and it's like, it don't work like that.
It don't work like that.
Yep.
And then I'll try to be nice and be like, yeah, so like, if you could give me more information on what you're trying to do.
Exactly.
Like, and it's still, they just don't answer back. And then I'm just like, all right, well, so like, we've all had a lot of that. Like, so you don't do that anymore, right?
Oh yeah, I do that at work now. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And the way that works is you gotta just know what questions to ask. Because a lot of times, you know, when you're faced with that type of situation, you basically supposed to, it's like having a conversation with, I mean, I don't even want trying to sound rude, but it's like having a conversation with someone who doesn't speak your language or something like that. So they're they're really trying to,
find the lingo.
Right.
Yeah.
And so you're basically, okay, well, I'm trying to, they want like a particular design, and you're like, okay, well, is it like simple, or is it are you influenced by this? Do you have any references? So you're trying to like get some information, as much information as possible. Like a lot of times, like sometimes I'll be working. Actually, most of the times I'll be working, I would like get like a couple sentences on a brief to do like a design for, like a design a shield or design a weapon or design a character, and it's like a one sentence thing. And I'm like, okay, well, you got some references, and this is like, big company stuff. What I mean? So
for the people that don't know, where do you I guess, what do you consider yourself now? You're like a freelancer, or are you like working for a company?
I still at heart consider myself a freelancer, or at least an artist.
Right.
Because even like I'm working with a big company or whatever, I'm still like yearning to do my own stuff. You know what I mean, or whatever. So, it's like the studio life is comfortable.
Yeah.
But it's like something about freelance and doing your own thing that I don't know, I keep gravitating towards.
But do you feel you have the time for it? Because
it's hard, bro. That's hard.
Because you work like a regular day job, right?
Yeah,
Shift.
Yeah.
Type
it's a balance though. But when you say like that's where your life is like headed towards, that's when it's like pulling. That's like that's when like that's what you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
Like it's still like good to have the solid foundation of the 9 to 5. We all got them, but if that's the direction you're getting pulled in, like you feel me at that point.
That's growth too, Like the thing about man, this is just a whole can of worms, bro. But like, being in the studio and stuff like that, and like a lot of my other experiences or like a lot of my peers would say the same thing. Is like, oh, I'm having fun doing this, but the back of my mind, I'm like wanting to do my own project or something like that, and that's like never gonna stop for anyone. I don't think. It's just like basically finding a balance. Like I'm still trying to find a balance. Like literally, like. I'm just now kind of servicing actually like, back up. So
it's kind of tough because you never want to work for somebody else, but as long as you find it like tolerable, then it's okay, right?
Yeah. And like, I think that's kind of like it's like both sides, what I'm saying? For like, as far as like freelance and studio work, sometimes it's good to know the person you're working with very well. So that way it's kind of just like a little bit easier and less stress. And sometimes, working with freelance, it's like you almost always have to educate, or maybe it depends on like how much growth you've had with your, freelance, like the type of clients you have or whatever. If they're new clients or new to the industry itself, then you might, find yourself working with them a lot, which is fine. You know what I mean? Like, I like some of my best clients, started off new with me, And I think that's another thing too, like as far as freelance goes, is like you have no idea like how something's gonna come back to help you, Just being cool with people, and helping them out or whatever, and it just comes back. I think that happens to me countless times. Yeah.
Damn, that's deep. Yeah, I mean, I guess like since we've worked together for a few years at that place, what are some things I guess you kind of miss about that place, or do you miss anything at all, or what you do now is like 100 times better than what we're doing?
No, I mean, like I feel like the way I see things is like every place that I have, there's something that I miss about it, or love about it. You know what I mean? Like I definitely love the people there. You know what I mean? Like hands down, I'm like thinking about Kevin and Lauren. Yeah. Or Jay too. You know what I mean? Like all of them. Like they are they was our family. You know what I mean? Yeah. So like the fact that that moment has passed or whatever, I still feel like it's hard. It was hard. You know what I mean? But it was still that's something that I hold on to, like those type of moments. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I just remember some of those moments working there. Like a lot of it was pretty shitty, but there were some days where we got to work like some cool event, like an Adidas event, or like even Joe Fresh Goods or Modern event and all these things. And it was cool because we got to actually do what we intended to do.
Yeah,
you know?
and I feel like, that's another thing is too, is like to not like basically like we learned a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
Like you still using every single thing,
Yeah.
Like I still take a lot of the experience that I have and take from it, you know what I mean? Like even like working with Joe Fresca is a lot of the stuff that I know. It's like, okay, well you need this design. I know how to separate. I know how to like what colors to pick, you know what I mean? Like all that jazz. And I feel like that translates real well, and it's something that, say for example, me and you, we always wanted to do fashion, you know what I mean? Doing like, streetwear design and all kind of stuff. And it's like no better time to get in that work, you know what I mean? Get the experience there, you know what I mean? Like they did a lot of stuff, a lot of experimental stuff, So I feel good about it,
Yeah. Another reason or another thing that I got close to Chris with, which was really weird to me, his wife lives in Lisle, or her family's from Lisle, which is literally a town away from my parents' place. But he's from Georgia, so it was just like a weird I showed up at work and I'm like, oh, like what, Lisle?
Yep.
You're in Lisle?
He said, you know about Lisle?
It was just so funny to me.
Yeah, man.
It is like a weird coincidence that you have with like certain people in your life. Like you always end up like having like something very similar, like same birthday, or like you guys both have a birthmark in the same spot or something. Like some weird,
Is it really a coincidence?
It might not be, right? Like people like divine intervention, right? Like it was meant for a reason. I mean, shit, you're on the podcast now, so we were meant to meet you.
Yep.
Shit, I'm gonna steal you from Jason, so I can. No. But so you had said you came to Chicago, you got all dressed up, and you started applying for jobs. Is there a reason that you didn't just try to stay independent, or like why?
To be honest, bro, like I don't think I had the confidence at first, because I'm just like getting out of college in this mug, and wasn't fully confident in my portfolio, and I didn't know who to reach out to, and like it's like I needed money now,
Right.
So I was like, I'm just going grind this out and like work at midnight, do my own projects and stuff. I was grinding, bro, working, doing night shifts, and then in the morning hitting up coffee shops or studios and stuff like that, like just trying to like see like, oh, y'all got a gallery show or something like that. And that's end up how I got in the scene with you guys too.
I think it's important that people know that nowadays it's all like internet, like Indeed and LinkedIn and shit like that. But honestly, like the shit, and even now today, like what I found more successful was actually going in person and knowing someone there and talking to the owner or whatever. It always like is so much better for some reason, and it works out faster.
Yeah, you get the
That's how I
prices,
I felt like I got the job in the dispensary. Like I literally showed up every day.
Yeah.
I mean, I was already buying some shit, but even if I wasn't like trying to buy some shit, I'd just be like, yo, like, can I talk to somebody?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I would just be like right there, and I'll just be like, oh, I'm down the street. I live down the street type shit. But it is, I feel like that is the best too. You know what I'm saying? Because like they get your like authentic energy in person, besides like sending an email or sending like a cover letter, you know what I'm saying some shit that everybody else sends,
No, to be honest, because I feel like nowadays I'd be on the other end of that too. So it is good. It's like, like you get to see what people are really about, you know what I mean? And when they come in person or whatever, when they like take the time to actually, invest their time to see what you got going on and ask you questions, stuff like that, that means a lot. Because it's like I'm actually caring about, you know what I mean? Like I've now sometimes I'd be like interviewing or whatever, people who trying to, whether they be an internship or something like that, or trying to get the job, and that's kind of how it be, you kind of get that feel,
Yeah, I just didn't want anyone to really forget like how people did it before, and like hopefully people still do that today. Yeah,
I think there's nothing like seeing them in person, right? I think lately I've talked about how much I've been applying to like jobs and stuff, and like graphic design jobs specifically. But I guess maybe you could enlighten us on what would make like a good portfolio or like a resume.
I mean, so hands down, like in different industries have way specific portfolios. Like I think I even as a graphic designer, like I feel like there's specific things that you specialize in, you know what I mean? Like say for example, you do illustrations, or you have like, or whether you do coding with your work, or like doing, you know, web design, because like that would be the money be at, or whatever, you know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like specializing or creating multiple portfolios. Like I think you know, my website has different categories,
Right.
because I'm trying to make sure I'm catering to the right, you know, industry or audience, you know. So if I was, you know, if I was trying to create a portfolio, I would make sure that you keep them organized. Like, don't just, you know, have like a, you know, maybe like an illustration here and then, you know, a logo in the same page or something like that. I would, you know, have it correlated to that, you know what I mean, to let them know, like the person that you're trying to get hired by know that you have a body of work, or like consistency and stuff like that in that specific thing, because they want to know, oh, you know, they're good at this, but can they do that? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. When I went to school, like I was always taught to even to the point of like, you should make separate websites for separate things that you do. Like, you know what I mean? That's what I've been always told. And obviously that's really expensive, but I think it's important to know, like, have things separated, because a lot of the things, or a lot of the times, people just have everything that they've done in one thing.
Yeah, that's a good tip. I think a lot of people don't do that, specifically me. I mean, I have like my illustrations separated from like into like cover arts, logos and stuff, but it's still under the same, like I was looking at your website earlier and I was like very impressed because it is separated even more specific, right? I guess the more specific, the better.
Yeah, because like even like part of my thing is like I got sketches, you know, a page for sketches, or a page for like, you know, just you know, a page for events, or, you know, articles, you know, written or something like that, you know. So all that is you know, having that kind of organization, or I don't even want to say organization, but it's just kind of keeping it just keeping it separate.
Yeah.
Clean.
And it sucks because I've applied to countless jobs, right? And I'm just like, man, if they could just meet me, I know they would hire me. But you could only say so much through like a resume or like a cover.
I feel that like 100%, because there was a time right before I got the job I'm working at right now, I applied to Foot Locker as a visual designer. And I just really wanted that job because like whatever the description was like exactly what I was trying to do. Just make visuals for people or companies that need it. And I know I could do a great job. But like they even said like from the automated message, like, oh, we'll never leave you behind. We'll reply back at least. They never reply to me, bro.
I work there, bro. They shitty, bro.
Ignore that shit. Nobody.
I try to find like all these different emails that maybe someone could look at,
It's
like my shit.
Spam,
bro.
Maybe I deleted it by accident.
It actually made me think like, dude, I'm about to just walk over there right now because like they never responded.
That,
to
sometimes
me.
that might work
just
better.
be the move.
Yeah,
just
just walk to a Foot
person.
Locker. The Foot Locker.
It was the Foot Locker headquarters.
Okay.
So this is the thing too. Like, you know, what you could do. Sometimes I think about this is like if you were to talk to someone, be like, you know, if you already have like, you know, bodies of work or projects that you've done, and if you put them together, you know what I mean, and ask them to take a look, you know what I mean? That way they can see your stuff in context.
Yeah,
you know?
that's true. That was the problem that I was thinking about before, because like how your website might be more jumbled, like mine's pretty jumbled right now. And I also feel like, oh, maybe because employers are looking at this like,
well, I feel like
all like
storm up in that
different, you know?
I'd be coughing a storm up in that mud with that.
So you know,
I'm new.
It's not you good.
It definitely takes some practice.
This is a no judgment, a judgment free zone podcast.
Yeah. Are you okay?
I'm good.
Okay.
But you know, it's available for you, my man.
Don't mind me coughing like a mug.
Hey, you know, ain't no judging, bro.
Yeah.
You feel me? I brought this is some shortbread we got today. You know,
no peer pressure.
No peer pressure.
Man, yeah.
Is there any advice that you would give young artists like starting out? Maybe like just to touch back, like how did you find art, or like how did you get into art?
Well, for example, like when I've been drawing all my life, man. Like actually, you know, to elaborate more, my dad is a film professor at SCAD.
You got like hella talented people in your family.
Yeah, man. Like,
and
are you related to
what is SCAD?
People that don't know where SCAD is.
So yeah, SCAD is in Savannah College of Art and Design. That's what it's called, Savannah College of Art and Design, and they have like multiple schools in like Atlanta and like France. I think they used to have one in
Probably
Hong
that
Kong.
real shit. That
I mean,
real art school.
That's fire.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Like SCAD is awesome, but I will say, I mean, I'm pretty sure for all the alumni who's been in my class, they'll probably be like, man, you know, like the curriculum just changed. Like, you know, we were set up kind of like we were taught in a way that wasn't accurate to the industry, because as soon as we got out, the industry changed. Like we were supposed to be doing like making like postcards and all this stuff, and sending it to art directors in like New York for magazines and all kinds of stuff, because they was pushing editorial work and like advertising and stuff. But it just the everything changed, you know what I mean? Instagram happened and
everything's more digital.
Bro, like it was just a whole nother world, and we just was I don't think anybody was really prepared. You know. So and then everything kind of actually, now the curriculum is leaning towards like concept art and stuff like that, which is crazy because it's like I only took like 2 classes of concept art.
But do you feel like you have a good understanding of it now?
Oh yeah, I mean like now, I mean I think I got a lot out of it, but that's the thing too, is like even college, like man, this will be a whole nother tangent. But like, you know, college is definitely like what you make it. You got to really figure out what you're trying to do, you know what I mean, and focus, you know what I mean, choose the right things when it comes to it. But yeah, my dad, he was a film professor. He still is actually. He just moved to Indiana, so now he's teaching
a little bit closer.
Yeah.
Nice.
And yeah, like ever since I was little, like I would be like sitting in on like these students' classes, and they'd be making films and, you know, talking about like their theories and stuff like that of how they want to make, you know, and I'm like sitting in this mug and watching like old school films and sometimes being in the films, you know what I mean? Like, so like I've always had a, you know, interest in like storytelling and all kinds of stuff. And,
right.
And then like my mom on the other hand, like, you know, she does like, you know, she'll like make, you know, dresses and wedding dresses and, you know, custom, you know, custom garments and things like that. And she would like do stuff for a lot of work for drag queens and you know, Miss Savannah and all that stuff. Like she was in it, you know what I mean? She was in the scene, you know, and she went to SCAD too. So yeah, that's kind of crazy. Yeah.
So one thing that I'm learning about you, I guess, is like you have very artistic parents, right?
Yeah.
And how is it I mean, us 3 have related in a way that we didn't get that, not even that love, but like that respect from our parents, or how would we even?
I didn't get love either.
Well, you know, on the contrary, I don't think I like had that type of support either.
Oh, support. That was the word.
Right. So it's like, well, or like they supported me, but it wasn't like.
Did they believe in you?
They did, but it was like more like, say for example, my dad, like he was a realist. Like back in the day, you know what I mean? When I was a kid, I was drawing anime and drawing Dragon Ball Z and shit like that, and trying to, you know, just I'm gonna be an anime artist, you know what I mean? And I'm gonna work on, you know, Dragon Ball Z and, you know, Inuyasha or whatever the fuck, you know.
Yeah. And you would still get shut down?
Well, my dad, he would be like, they don't hire American artists, right? You know?
Oh.
And just kind of like being realistic like that is like, you should probably start working, trying to do your own style. So it's like, it is like supportive, but it's like a, you know, realistic type of supportive, at least for my dad, you know. And my mom, she like obviously supported me, but like, it's just like, it wasn't like, you know, they were like, you know, with me in my journey, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And a lot of times actually, like I would be in school and get in trouble, you know, for drawing and shit. I'd be so much trouble for drawing. But yeah, that's kind of how that was.
Was it certain things you were drawing, or was it just like drawing in general?
Yeah, just drawing in class, you know what I mean? Like sometimes like I'd be like, you know, the teacher be talking or some shit, and I guess they get mad, you know. Maybe sometimes I like don't do my work and I just be drawing or some shit, and they put me in detention or some shit.
What?
Yeah,
this
bro.
happened to me a lot.
Oh, in high school?
A lot. No, in what is it, like middle school and elementary school and shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or like when you have your notebook and you draw on the left
bro,
side.
Hell yeah, bro.
But touching back on your dad, so you had said that he said that they don't hire American artists.
Mm-hmm.
We have a question that we like to ask our guests.
Yes.
Oh. I was like, what question?
Do you think that Avatar: The Last Airbender is an anime?
Darwin's just
That's a good question.
Darwin's like,
Let's
No.
run it back,
Being
goddamn it.
an illustrator yourself, you would probably have the most experience there.
I would say it's not. It's like heavily influenced. And maybe I don't like. I think the big question is like what studio made it, and then you'll answer that question. But
It
because
depends on the studio.
Because I think, if I'm not mistaken, maybe the studio was like Korean studio.
That's what we hear. That it's a lot of these Korean companies
that make it. You know what I mean?
But then we have people in our comments talking about, but anime is just the Japanese word for animation. So, and I don't know.
It's like, yeah, what do you define as?
And they
real
actually
anime?
went to
You know what I mean?
Japan.
What's the bar?
They went to Japan to study these, like to study this to bring it back to America.
Yeah.
What's the deal?
Yeah. I mean, it seems very subjective to me. You know what I mean? But
Okay.
yeah,
I think.
I feel like I would say this: the writing is definitely not Japanese.
Ooh.
You know, I would say that. You know, as far as like all the influence and like what is classified as, I feel like it is considered anime, but the only I'm saying there's just many answers to it.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
okay.
Let them fight it out.
Yeah, we'll let
I want a hell, goddamn it.
we'll just let this marinate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We'll just let it sit. Damn.
So, who are you like some of your inspirations? You know what I mean? Like that keep you going. Whether it's like, you know, obviously like real life inspirations, but like other inspirations probably outside of that too.
Besides Jason.
No, you do inspire me, bro. Because I feel like I be kind of just faded like into this, you know, background and doing all this work and shit like that, and then like Jason be out here, bro. So I just
see. I don't know.
I look up to that because I don't do that. You know what I mean? I feel like at this point I live under a rock. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to crawl back.
Is
up
it because you're married?
It's just all kinds of stuff, bro. Sometimes I feel like I'm like, you know, kind of controlled by work and stuff like that. And yeah, like, you know, just when you say like married, it's like, you know, your priorities change. You know what I mean? Just like, you know, when you have a kid.
Yeah,
and
you
stuff
can't
like
be
that.
popping out. You can't go to the club.
Yeah. So it's just like,
or can you?
I mean, I guess with your wife.
And so it's like, you know, like I think I had to start to, you know, with all these changes in my life, especially having work and stuff like that, I had to like realize like I have my own life outside of this, you know, getting back out and doing stuff. You know what I mean? So yeah.
I mean, I think one thing that really stands out to me all the time, whenever I talk to you, like at the end of the conversation, I feel motivated and I feel like I am doing something. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times I do something and it could be cool for like a second, but like to me, like it was nothing because it didn't like maybe make me a lot of money or make me feel like I succeeded in something.
Did it really impact your life, right?
Yeah. And like I feel like that is a problem that I do have, but I feel like that part is interesting because you do point that out to me, but to me on the opposite way, it's crazy to me because you say like you're in this like underneath a rock, but like to me it's like, bro, like you could draw anything, bro. Yo ass can draw anything. Like you're literally like the most talented artist. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're right there with everyone. That's just crazy. And it's like, bro,
I think it comes down to being able to take a compliment, right? Like Jason can't really take a compliment. You can't.
Right.
Like we all just like we don't want to.
It's humility, man.
And it's good, right? That we can't, right? Because the other side of that coin is like, yeah, I'm the shit, and
you know,
everybody knows.
I think the main thing is like we all in this together, though. You know what I mean? Like no matter where you kind of are as an artist, it's like being an artist. You know what I mean? It's like a lifelong journey. I still feel like I'm learning. I be like having peers of my art directors literally blowing me out the water, and I'm just like, yeah, do your thing. Show me what you're doing. You know, so yeah, it'd be like that. So like I'd be like down to learn anytime, you know, and you know what you were saying, like how it feels like, you know, sometimes you're not making progress, but just, you know, that means that you gotta kind of like look back and be like, I'm actually doing the shit I want to do, you know?
Yeah.
Because a lot of times we kind of get bogged down by like, oh, we ain't making the money that we want to. But the fact that we are able to do what we're doing and like keep doing it, it's like, it's not like nothing's preventing you.
That's true.
Like, bro, it's like that's kind of like what I felt like I was doing when I was in rowboat. Like I had realized that I was like, man, like printing these T-shirts, pulling off like 1,000 shirts in a day or some shit or more, and just kind of like, man, I'm exhausted and like kind of feeling like I can't even be creative, you know what I mean? So like just having that energy, bro, I think that's all that counts. And I guess to get back to that question, my inspiration is I say my biggest inspiration is definitely my mom. Shout out to my mom because she was just she worked hard, bro. She like I actually got a twin brother and a sister, and like she been working nights and stuff like that. She used to like work clean as a maid and stuff like that. Have us like strapped all on her, clean hotels and stuff like that, and still run her business. You know what I mean? So it's like I got that business attitude from her. You know what I mean?
That work ethic.
Yeah, man, and she was always like, like just, and we in the South, you know what I mean? And she always was like, no matter what situation you're in, you know what I mean? Even if people trying to hold you down, like it's a stepping stone. You take what you can from them and just get going because it's going to work out. That's energy.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
I feel motivated. I'm like ready to go draw something now, like right now.
You wanted to do streetwear for like that was your original.
Yeah,
like,
actually,
dream?
like I was like, and because my mom inspired me, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So I was like, I've seen her do that mug, and like I've always wanted to do my own stuff, and she like made custom clothes for us when we was little and shit.
Oh shit, that's crazy.
Poochie gear, or that's what it was called. It was like our own shit,
Yeah, it's cute.
That's raw. Yeah. That sounds raw.
Yeah. And so like even in high school, I started like hand painting shoes and hand painting shirts and all kinds of stuff and getting the screen printing. And then it's like, me and you, Jason, we doing it for real, you know what I mean? So I feel that.
Nice. I feel like a lot of times, like the best artists or like the best designers don't necessarily know how to translate that onto clothes.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like you have that problem, or do you feel like you can make?
Nah, because like when I think about clothes, it's like I kind of think about just sometimes I don't think about like the actual design, but the feeling of it overall. You know what I mean? And like sometimes I just I don't even try to be thinking about the specifics of it. Like I even like another example is like my mom. She like a situation when she helped me out is when I did this like custom jacket design with Aunt Ben, 1688 pounds. You know what I mean? Like I did like this exhibition or whatever, and like I just like did the artwork or whatever, and like I sent the shit to my mom, and she just like made it. You know what I mean? So it's
Crazy.
like like and just like just thinking of like, oh, what do I want this character to look like, or what kind of vibe? You know what I mean? So I don't think too hard about it.
It's awesome. Did you guys hear the Queen passed away?
Yep.
Yep.
It's like we're American, right?
Yeah,
relate.
A lot of things.
Yeah. I mean, rest in peace, but
yeah,
she lived a good life of being queen.
Yeah,
I think she died at like 94.
Well, she was American, wasn't it? Or something
like
that.
Was she?
I think from what I believe, she was American.
Mm.
And like with the couple, was it Meghan and I can't remember the
Harry.
Yeah, like they kind of like black sheep in that situation. You know
like
what I mean? And she was too.
They look down on her. Oh, she was too. The queen?
I think if I'm not like, Lord forgive me if I'm wrong, but like I from what I believe, I think she kind of instilled in her children to just be prepared. You know what I mean?
For change.
For stuff like that, like being singled out or whatever. Like, so like to some degree, like that's kind of like respectful. You know what I mean? Or that's kind of cool. But besides that, I don't know nothing about that.
I seen this meme where it was like the. You know how they do the shape of the weed bags now?
Mm-hmm.
Like the die cut? It was like a picture of her face. I was smoking. But it's just funny how quick like memes are.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. But that's just been out. Like even like the London pound cake and shit like that. Like
the die cut shit? Yeah.
Yeah.
But they made the queen one so quick. Like it was like in minutes after she passed.
Very nuts. But
Yeah, there's a lot of people passing away lately.
Too many. P&B Rock also just got killed in LA.
So how was that? He was at a restaurant?
He was
Were they
at
trying to rob him?
Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles.
Damn.
Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles with his girl and his daughter. And yeah, that shit happened. So that shit's very crazy.
His daughter passed away too?
Nah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just bro. So RP bro. RP bro.
Be right.
Just very nuts.
Because is it because there's like he's a celebrity and you think he got like singled out, or like this was just like some kind of like accident that, well, not accident, but like, you know?
Nah, I mean, I think it can happen anywhere, obviously, right? But like, especially in LA, it's like always like motherfuckers are breaking into shit, motherfuckers are like robbing people, and it's like just the thing where I think just if you got a big ass chain and you got this like, and you run into some motherfuckers like they go try to get on that, you know, or like try you type shit. So
people would say that about Chicago too, right?
I mean, yeah, for sure. But he recently even like it was a couple months ago where he was like talking about something happened to him in LA before. You know what I'm saying? So like this is like I don't know if it was the same like situation or same like people involved, but it was like, you know, it was obviously people like watching and waiting, you know what I'm saying? So
hazard duty pay.
Yeah, I don't know. That shit's crazy. Because people were saying that Queen Elizabeth was like racist and all this stuff, and like
she was like, terrible.
Yeah, she was a bad person, actually.
Okay, because from what I got, I thought she was a good person.
Well, she had like
mixed it up with Diana.
Oh, is that Diana?
Yeah.
I told you, I was like, I think I'm wrong.
Oh, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Fuck Elizabeth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Elizabeth, she like had like slaves and like, I don't know.
Oh, what the fuck?
She's old. She's like 90 something.
96. I think it was 96.
Yeah.
Too damn old.
And she reigned over whatever lands for like years.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know. I don't really know though. I don't really know what it's like to be a royal.
Anyone from the UK, come on the pod.
Shit.
I dub you. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit's crazy. Like it's crazy that kind of like, not lifestyle, I just don't know how to word it, but like that kind of like, you know, kings and queens, like that shit's still
like, why
it's still here, it's happening. It's like
crazy.
Thailand has a king and queen and shit.
Yeah.
UK queen.
Can you imagine if we had kings and queens? Like we would disrespect the fuck out of them. Like, fuck you, king. Like King Biden, that shit.
King Biden.
That shit sounds crazy.
Oh hell no.
That shit sounds, it's like unfathomable. Dude. Like it is a very old school way of thinking. But shit, they have free healthcare, don't they?
And the UK, yeah,
and
probably
like free education. I'm not saying they're better. I'm just saying, but the government might be a little
That's
bit
so funny, dude.
Nicer.
That's funny.
I hear like they're passing new laws where you can't post bail anymore. Have you heard about that?
Yeah. So can you explain that to me? Because I didn't really understand.
So basically, they're passing laws starting 2023 that if you're like convicted or like if you get arrested, you no longer have to post bail.
Oh, I heard about that.
Yeah. So what does that mean though? Like you don't have to pay money?
Yeah.
So it's more like up until your court date. Like you're free up until your court date, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So then
even if you kill someone?
Yeah.
I don't think it's if you kill someone. I think it's
just of like
smaller.
I know you could rob a bank like up until your court date. Like if you wanted to rob a bank and then you get out of jail and then you wanted to do it like 2 more times.
What the fuck?
Shit like aggravated battery, shit like, you know what I'm saying? Like shit like that.
Home invasion.
Yeah, like
they could only give you tickets type shit and then until your court date.
That's crazy.
Yeah. That is crazy.
Wait, so if next year I go to his house.
Oh my god!
and Rex, not bleeping it out either.
No, Rex bleep it. But if I'm going to house, I could just break the door down and just beat him up and just leave, and nothing will happen to me.
Up until the court date.
Up until the court date.
Well, I get. Okay. So something will still happen, but just like not.
But you
but not right away.
Well, for whatever the.
I could like run away and shit.
You could run away.
Hey, no, you can't.
What do y'all think about that?
You ain't gonna be able to. Where you gonna go?
Korea.
Hell no.
Out of the country.
Because if you had a court date, they go no. Because I feel like now at that point, if you have a court date, like you're definitely not leaving that bitch. You feel me? You could try, I guess, but
like out of the country. Yeah.
I mean, just out of like
the state.
I'll
go to Mexico.
I don't know.
get that bounty on you.
At that point, they probably put a warrant on you or something.
He's not worth it, Jason. Don't do it.
But yeah, that law was crazy, man.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like, did you hear that all the Republicans right now too are trying to like get abortion ban like all nationwide?
Yeah.
And like all these things, and it's just like, bro, like, and even like it keeps going back to the Trump thing. I keep talking about it because it's still kind of relevant because they're still trying to see if they could charge him or not, or if they are going to, in fact. But it's crazy because he most likely will get charged with something, is the thing. And like all this stuff is happening, like the war is still going on, and probably everyone still forgot about it. You know what I'm saying?
The war between Ukraine and Russia.
Yeah.
Well, that mug crazy, bro. I be literally be following that mug almost like every day.
Oh,
It's
really?
interesting. Lately, I've been feeling less, I guess, supportive of Ukraine, only because they have said that, like, there's countries like in Pakistan and like Middle Eastern, like they get bombed all the time, and nobody's really like caring about like the darker skinned folk.
Yep.
They only care
Yeah,
about
they weren't
the
letting us out. A lot of
white.
people like were there, like you know what I'm saying. Black people were there. They weren't letting them out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Weren't letting them like get on the trains. They weren't letting them do shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's the thing though. Like different countries, like it's different. You know what I'm saying? America is like one of those few countries that like we're really mixed. Like, you know,
Yeah.
like we have people from all over the place if you go to downtown. But if you go to Korea, I'm sure they're all like Korean or they're all like, you know what I mean?
This is gonna tie into my next question, but there was literally okay, so I went to the grocery store to get our snack for today,
Yes.
and there's I can't even say the word because the word on there is pretty much like the N-word, and
On the snack?
on the snack,
Damn.
and
What?
then
What?
but I mean it translates to black in Spanish,
Oh.
but I don't even want to say it. But you get what I'm saying? So it's not really.
Negro?
Yeah, nigga.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
I mean, that's just the color shit. Like that's just the.
But
color
it was
in
just
general.
like it was a white man on there, and it's just like,
Hell no.
and this was like in the Dutch aisle, so it just looked like some like I was looking at it like these other countries are really behind if they think they can still push this shit.
Man, I just don't want no more.
'Cause that
Uncle
shit wouldn't
Ben's and
pass,
Aunt
yeah.
Jemima shit. You know what I mean?
Shit, and that's crazy because I was fucking with Aunt Jemima.
I
you
know.
what I'm
I know.
saying?
That was the
Like,
go-to syrup.
I mean,
Yep.
yeah, shit. She tried to change the bottle. But shit, I was fucking with. You
Yeah.
know?
Stuff like that is so crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And it's still here, you know what I'm saying? We just are noticing more and more and more and more every year.
Yeah, it's tough. Like as much as we want to say that America is so bad, we are like more progressive, right, than these other countries.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
But
Kind of.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I would say like you know, there's a lot, you know, that's wrong with America, but at the same time, it's like I wouldn't be going nowhere, nowhere else. You know what I mean?
That is so true. Like, what country can I really live in that I'll be okay
yeah, like
at?
yeah.
Toronto.
Think about it. If you
I'm going to Canada. Beat me there.
That's true. I do want to go to Canada.
let's go.
Yeah. You said you don't need a passport to go to Canada?
Yeah, you
Hell
definitely.
yeah, you
do.
do.
Oh, fuck.
Okay.
It's a whole nother
They gonna be,
country.
what do you want? You'll get into that boy. They're gonna be, what's up? What you doing here?
I'll be like, I'm trying to go over there.
Oh, you know what I was hoping you were talk about? Those cement threes you bought.
Oh, fuck. So,
How'd you
yeah.
make that decision?
Dude.
Do we have a clap? Can we clap for that decision? Because I love it. Which one is it?
Rex could add it.
Oh,
Yeah,
damn.
so okay, the story is I went to round 2 and I brought some shoes there to sell just because I needed more cash. Still need more money now because I spent more money.
I still don't understand how you be doing that shit,
Bro, it's so bad. It's so bad. So I went to round 2 and
To make money.
Yeah, to make money, and he didn't give me the amount that I wanted, but he said that he could give me like 200 credit. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. So I went to look around and nothing was really my size. It always happens at shoe places. Nothing's always your fucking size. But I saw size 9 black cement 3s, classic, iconic. I've always wanted the shoe, never had it, but I looked at the price, it was like $450. Not gonna lie, for some reason I thought the tax wasn't gonna be that much. So I ended up paying out of pocket like $290, $300.
Shit!
So
No,
that's a
not
lot
that
of
bad.
money.
Of tax?
No, like total
because
out of pocket.
discounted from what you sold.
Yeah. So like honestly, it's not bad, but right now I kind of need the money, and I don't know why I think to myself right now during these times like I feel like I should be saving.
Yeah.
Like for sure. So like it just sucks, but I mean the shoe. I love the shoe. I keep getting shoes, bro.
So you would say you're more likely to buy the original pair than a custom?
Yeah. So like I saw a shoe. If you guys don't know, the Heritage Jordan 1, it's like mostly white and it has some red. And I've seen people customize it on like Instagram or like whatever into like bread ones or
And it's cheaper.
yeah, it's like so much cheaper because the bread ones right now go for like $800 my size.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Heritage ones I'm sure cost like 160, and you could just pay someone like $50 to paint something that looks just like it. Like it literally looked just like that $800 shoe.
Yeah.
I was wondering like, do you guys care? Like, what would you do? Would you buy the original? Because I feel like I want the original.
I feel like it depends. You know what I mean? Like if you just wearing the shit, you know what I mean? Because it's like if you're trying like if you're just wearing the shit, what does it matter?
But it matters to me.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I buy everything with intention. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if I want it, like. I know what you know what I'm saying. I know what I do. I know what I want to like. What I want to do with it, and what I don't want to do with it.
Yeah.
So I'm taking the Cement 3 is my favorite shoe of all time.
Yeah.
Like if I had to wear one shoe for the rest of my life, like I'm wearing the Cement 3.
That's amazing.
No doubt. Like I remember leaving wrestling practice. Like, oh my god, bro. Like I was like trying to like stay up even past like trying to get there before, but I didn't make it. So I remember going to North Riverside Mall like right after wrestling practice, like 8, like it was like 8 p.m. bro. It was like later because I had some shit to do. But I went there and I actually went to go. I got some LeBrons from House of Hoops because I didn't think, you know what I'm saying, I can get them. But then I went to DTLR and they had them.
Wow.
You feel me? It was like one of the last pairs too. So
yeah,
that's like a very special shoe to me in general. But
damn,
it goes with everything.
That's interesting.
All the greats will wear them. You feel me? Mike started it off, but shit, like.
I had this exact dilemma, I guess, because I had originally I was looking for a transparent shoe to, I guess, wear during my modeling shoot. I wanted to model this transparent windbreaker that I dropped, right?
Yeah.
So I bought these red transparent Air Force. I don't know if I showed you a picture of them, right? Mm-hmm. And they're fake. They ended up being fake. Oh. And I only knew that because I texted Bryden. I was like, do you think these are real? And he was like, oh, ask Fahey. Fahey would know. Because Fahey has like the biggest Air Force collection. Right?
Oh, really?
So I instantly sent them to Fahey. And then he was like, oh, yeah, they're fake, bro. It's okay.
It's okay.
It's happened to me before, right? But in my mind, I was like, damn, I could just paint these the other color. Because they never dropped in the red. So people would know that they're fake. But I didn't do my research. I just thought they look cool. And I probably won't wear them. Just because I don't want anybody to come up to me and be like, hey, those are not real.
Always do your research. Always do your research.
But
that's the worst.
But the question goes, what if I decided to paint something on them myself? Like, then they'll make them something cool. So I wouldn't pay somebody to replicate a shoe that was already made, but I would pay somebody, or even just do it myself. Mm-hmm. I would paint on the shoe myself. Mm-hmm. And I think that would make it okay to wear. Because one thing is you're intentionally trying to wear a fake, and then the other one is like somewhat original, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I bought so many shoes this past couple months, and I thought about customizing shoes too. Yeah. But I'm always scared because I'm just like, damn.
Man, I'm scared. I did that shit, and it's just like that process, you know what I mean? I'm like, they gonna crack, ain't it? Or
yeah.
Something. You know, I don't know how people do it. Like, there's some kind of way they gotta, like, you know, acetone
the leather,
the coating, the coating off and stuff like that. And I kept trying it, and it never worked out for me. So I was just like, man, like it's like as much as I tried, it's like eventually that mug will crack. But
hey, shout out to the people in the field that's really doing it. But shit, I don't know.
That's a craft for real.
Unless I really like want to do that, I'm gonna stick with that original.
Okay.
You know.
Okay. I like that because I feel like I'm more on that too. Mm-hmm. It just sucks though because it looked so damn good. It looked just like the other one. Like he just painted it and it probably didn't. It wasn't even that like much.
Have you guys ever seen the movie Dope?
Yes.
So there's a scene in it where he basically has like the real bag. It was like a Louis bag or something, and he had like a fake one. And then it just comes down to like the person wearing it. If you see a white woman with the Louis bag, you're gonna automatically assume that it's real, like as opposed to like minority, just because I don't know, like the way that society is like looked at. It's like you know what I'm saying?
That's true too.
It's like unfortunate, but it also comes down to how you wear it, I think too. So if you want to wear fake shit, you better pull it off.
Hey, hey,
Sure. Those are facts.
More props to you, shit.
Do you know what time it is?
Do I know what time it is? No. Do you know what time it is? Do you know what time it is, Square?
Of course I know what time it is. It's snack time. It's snack time. Yeah. It's snack time. It's snack time. Yeah.
Snack time. Snack time.
You ain't get them nigga snacks?
No. Do you want me to?
No,
It was weird. It was like black licorice.
Have you ever seen that episode of Family Guy where it was like a white dude and he like unzipped this like it was his face and it was a black dude? You feel me?
Oh yeah.
That's how it feels like the reverse of that. That shit is crazy.
What is this
All right.
called?
So on today's episode, we have Bananica, a treat from Republic Serbia.
I'm actually allergic to
Bananas?
bananas.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
we don't eat
what?
that.
Just try to like suck on the chocolate.
Natural banana flavor. Is this real banana?
I didn't
though?
know you were. I didn't know. We need to have this down.
Tastes like
before-
fake banana.
Yeah, because
I don't see any banana in the actual ingredients.
I mean, I'll be okay.
Just it says natural banana flavor. What
Okay.
does that really mean?
Holy shit, Jason. Are you serious?
I don't like this. This is shitty.
Yeah, I don't like it either. I don't like banana flavor stuff. Anyway.
What the fuck is this?
Have you ever had plantains?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's banana.
It don't taste like that.
I've tried.
It's a better
I've
version of
ate,
banana.
I've
Yeah.
ate
Tastes
way
banana
better.
before, many times.
But you get allergic.
The last time I ate
You
banana,
allergic.
last time I ate banana was in college,
Mm.
sophomore year. I got a banana shake, right? It was like chunks of banana in there. I took one spoon bite and then I felt like my throat was closing up or not
Is
good.
that happening right now?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna give this a 2 out of 10.
Yeah, it should.
Same.
It should.
I'd probably give it a 1.
It's going down. It's
Yeah.
going down.
Also, the texture was like
It's like
weird.
Yeah.
It was like gummy, like
Chocolate
Was
is
that in the
like grainy.
refrigerator? That was in the refrigerator?
Yeah, I mean, you guys always told me to put chocolate in the fridge.
I mean, like,
Yeah, well,
I could see how that would have been good, but like, yeah, I don't know if that snack is.
It's they don't know how to do it.
sick.
You failed today.
Banana Mia's.
Bananica. That's a good name.
Bananicas.
You guys
Yeah.
had all
The
the
font's pretty cool too.
Had everything.
except the taste.
No.
So, what have you guys been watching lately?
Yeah, so I'm very interested in what your thoughts are, at least Pablo, because I made Pablo watch.
Because I'm the only one that watched it.
Yeah, but I made Pablo watch
Oh, sorry.
a Korean drama called Business Proposal. It was pretty popular when it came out. So
Oh, it's old.
I mean, it came out like this year, last year,
Mm.
but
I could definitely see why it's a Korean drama because they're very dramatic. Literally every time like they look at each other in the eyes, it like zooms in and it's like slow motion hair. Everything's like slow. Music starts playing, and then I think Jason likes it because like
it's
he wants to be in it. Like I could see you like being one of the actors in it for sure.
Oh, really?
Like the driver, you know what I'm talking about? I think his name was like Dr. Cha or like Dr.
Oh
Basically-
yeah. That guy's good looking.
Yeah, like the people in there are good looking, but it's just like a novella. It's like a novella but for Koreans. And they I guess they're trying to make a deal where she might have to marry this billionaire. I don't know why I haven't gotten to that point, but she doesn't want to marry the billionaire.
Yeah.
But it seems like a good shit.
Does she want to marry the hard?
He's a good-looking guy. He's got money.
Does she want to work it? Like, does she want to marry the hard-working
He's smart.
nobleman? Like the opposite side? Like, does she want to go?
There's no opposite side.
No, true. She just doesn't want to marry.
Oh wait, there is.
Well, it's
the cook.
Well, the show is because like he needs a wife because he's some rich guy that has no dating life or something, and his grandpa wants him to like marry and have kids. It's a very like traditional Korean thing.
It's like an arranged marriage too.
Yeah, so like he wants to like have them like have him go on dates, but he ends up just wanting to just marry this random girl instead, pretty much. Yeah, you should watch it though.
I'm gonna check it out.
It's pretty good. I'm gonna definitely finish.
Is it on something?
It's on Netflix.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's very dramatic and like very like I don't know. I started off with it dubbed. I'm sure you.
Oh hell no!
Yeah,
What the fuck?
I had to switch it to sub because I was like, this dub acting is really bad, and like the voices were like pissing me off.
Yeah,
and then I had to switch it.
It's just so funny because I'm so used to watching Korean dramas, even when I was little, like my mom would watch them and stuff. Yeah. So like, it's just interesting to see what you thought. I guess
it's like novelas with me. Like you grow up with them because of your parents and stuff. Like all sorts of shows. I mean, Cobra Kai is pretty dramatic too, and like the acting is pretty terrible. The fighting doesn't look realistic, but you can't stop watching.
I mean, the acting's pretty good.
I feel
you
like
think the acting is good?
I feel like the acting is pretty. It's just some kid shit, bro.
Yeah,
so
that's
when I
what
look at it. It's just more like I want to be mad at these people, but I also gotta remember their kids. You know what I'm saying? But they definitely be. I feel like the fighting is pretty good.
But even the adults, I don't know. It just seems like very.
I like the fighting on there. I feel like that shit gets very intense. Like when it gets like when shit gets cracking, that shit gets cracking for real.
I mean, we want to watch that one.
I guess it depends who's fighting, because when I see the older man fight, I'm just like, he's moving very stiff. Like
yeah, but it's just everybody has like different like forms of karate.
Karate.
Speaking of like fighting, have y'all seen the movie called The Raid?
Yeah,
I haven't.
One of the most underrated movies.
Who's in it? Who's in it?
It's this. I don't know their names.
This is Indonesian actor.
Yeah. It's like I think it was in Thailand.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Bro,
was it ever on something?
Or
is there like one of those you gotta?
The actor was in one of the Star Wars movies. It was both of them. They like known for like their their karate and everything. Yeah, like their fighting style and stuff. And when I tell you hands down, like a fighting movie, bro, like it's like next level than most like a lot of kung fu like.
When did it come out?
Yeah. It was a while ago, like probably like 2000s or something like that.
Yeah, there's 3 of them.
Yeah, is it 3?
I think so.
Oh man, it's good.
The
you
movie.
Seen one?
Huh? I've seen 2.
Okay, for sure.
The movie is literally just one guy who's a police officer, and he just needs to get to the top floor of like a big ass apartment complex.
Or they trying to escape, ain't it?
Yeah, something happened, but like he's literally like fighting through each floor of the apartment.
Yeah, they're like a SWAT team goes in to take out this one gang leader or whatever, but then they like the gang leader like locks them into the apartment complex, and they have to fight their way through. It's awesome. It's
craziest fight scene.
Is it better than IP Man?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Hands down. What?
Yes.
Okay. The action scenes are like non-comparable to any other fight scenes.
Yeah.
And it's the same like main character throughout the movies.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm definitely
The Raid.
The Raid.
If y'all haven't seen it, it's pretty crazy.
You ever this another departure? You ever heard of Elite Squad?
No.
Man.
What kind of movies are these? These are like fighting movies?
This one isn't fighting. It's more like a drug cartel.
Yeah.
In Brazil, I think. And it's like the military police against the drug cartel or whatever, and like just the writing, the cinematography, and the gunfights and all this stuff. It's like it's way better. It's like you guys ever seen Sicario?
No.
Oh my god. We're 0 for 3 right now,
bro. See, like
I've seen Sicario.
Yeah, y'all. Whoever's listening, y'all need to watch these.
I'm
movies,
gonna check
man.
all these out. I love movies.
Yeah, Sicario 1 and 2. 2's good. The first one's amazing.
You ever seen Kiss of the Dragon?
Nah.
I ain't seen that either. Shit.
I gotta put myself back on top.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Unleashed. I'm just naming Bruce Lee movies. I mean Jet Li movies.
Jet Li.
Y'all seen Flying Guillotine?
Not at all.
See, boy,
These
that's a
names are
classic.
raw.
No, but I've seen a scene from it because
Yeah.
you told me about
Oh,
that
yeah.
before. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, bro.
It's crazy to think
Craziest
like
movie.
there's so many movies we haven't seen yet.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Classics.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's funny as hell. But Cobra Kai, I wanted to say because I didn't watch The Karate Kid yet. I didn't watch anything else related to. Is that the only thing related to it?
I mean, that's the rawest part. That it's the same actors from. This is what, the 70s or the 60s
No, it was like
or the
it
80s.
had to be like the 80s.
Okay.
I was just so
It
confused.
was
'cause-
like the 80s
yeah.
for sure.
I was just so confused because Cobra Kai I thought were the good guys,
Oh,
and then like I quickly realized like, oh, they sound bad. I thought it was like G.I. Joe, like Cobra or something.
yeah.
But I was like, oh, these guys must be bad, and then it turns out they're not that bad.
So they started off bad, and then because the good team is Miyagi-Do.
yeah.
Miyagi-Do.
Yeah, in the beginning it was funny because at first I was like, damn, I thought there was gonna be Asian people in this movie. But it's all white people.
Yeah, that's
White
yeah.
people.
Yeah.
And the white guy's like this. And then he knocks the other white guy out. And I was just like, damn.
What season are you on?
The very first one.
First episode.
Oh,
First two
yeah.
episodes.
I feel like the second one gets very.
There's
nuts.
Oh, really?
there's not that many Asian people in it. Now that I think about it,
It's not.
Yeah, it's crazy.
it's American karate.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's
I still fuck with that shit. That shit's still fire shit.
it is crazy though because I was just like, yeah, like who's the bad guy here?
Yeah, it switches up because back in the day, the movies made it seem like Cobra Kai was, but now you see it from the other perspective.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
It's kind of like how they be doing the DC movies and how you kind of get to see a different perspective,
Mm-hmm.
and like why they are the way they are, what made them that way. Yeah,
yeah. Also,
there's good in everybody, Jason.
That's true. Thank you.
I'm always singling you out. I'm sorry.
I was on Netflix just scrolling, but I saw Cyberpunk. Like that's a game. I'm
Yeah.
assuming.
Oh yeah.
And then everything's in anime. Everything's turning into anime.
Have
Yeah.
you watched it or
No.
played it?
So no.
I wanted to play it, bro. That shit looked crazy.
It hasn't come out yet.
No, the Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
No, it's been came out.
Oh,
Yeah.
But it's like I think probably at the time it was like hard for people to get because like the game was so like kind of computer heavy, like kind of like graphics heavy or whatever. It's probably hard for people to kind of play it well.
Mm.
But
It
yeah,
reminded me of what was it, Dog or something, Dog, where you could control those streetlights. Man, I was pacing right now. It was they actually based it in Chicago for one of the
Watchdog.
Watchdog.
Oh.
It reminded me of like that.
Mm.
It was really good. I like that game.
Yeah, that game is like it's like you ever heard of Ghost in? I mean, y'all watch Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah.
It's like
We got
that
one.
game. Yeah. it's like that, like in that setting. You know what I mean? Like the combat and stuff like that. I kind of like follow a lot of like CG Project Red. That's the studio that made it, and they put a lot of work in that mug. It had a lot of bugs and stuff too, but I mean it's good. Like when they fixed it, you know. But yeah, that's kind of how like you know the game industry goes. Yeah.
Do you look at games different now? That like
Hell
you work
yeah,
for
bro.
them?
Hell yeah. It's crazy. Like I just see like it's not bad. It's not like a bad thing, you know, like
Yeah.
you know, even with movies, I like watch movies differently now. But like yeah, like video games, like you can see like oh they messed up here, or you look for bugs, or you kind of appreciate their game design, like what they decided to do to make you stay interested in something. You know, actually Fortnite, like I gotta like I'm like working for these people, and like I'm like working on stuff, and I'm like I don't get why y'all you know made this decision, or why y'all put this mechanic in there, or why y'all threw this random character in there, and then next thing you know people love it, and it's like I'll shut up.
Oh.
They you know there's a lot of mechanics in there that you know you kind of be like oh dang like
It's the stats, the numbers.
yeah they really find a way to make it work, you know, make it you know people interested and stuff like that, and
We make it pretty relevant, right, to whatever the new like the Dragon Ball Super movie that just came out.
yeah like I feel like Fortnite is like probably the only, I mean as goofy as that mug get, it's like probably the only one that can pull it off. Like
Yeah, but it is like their own formula. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like
everybody just trying to copy them now.
Oh yeah.
Like Call of Duty and all that stuff, Battlefield. They just trying to put unicorns on their characters now. You know what I mean? So it's kind of funny.
Yeah, Fortnite's in that niche where like it could be hardcore or it could be goofy.
Yeah, no,
That's
like
good.
I was like, even when I heard about Dragon Ball Z coming up on the game, I was like, yeah, that's whatever. But then when I actually like did a Kamehameha with like Cammy from Street Fighter, then I'm like, okay, I'm kind of sold, so.
Yeah. So, wait, we should do the would you rather. Do you have any?
Yeah, I mean, or do we just have questions overall?
Yeah, my coworker was asking. Well, he wanted to ask you specifically because he's gonna.
The guy that took the mics back.
No,
Just kidding. We could bleep that out.
Does he listen?
Yeah.
Oh,
Ken, shout out Ken. He asked. They just released a whole bunch of trailers for like these new 2003 games. He was wondering if you had any that, I guess, like caught your eye or that you're looking forward to, either Sony or like Nintendo.
This is where I kind of fail at because I think I kind of been so busy that I haven't taken a look at.
Yeah.
When I usually do though, and so I still actually kind of got to look at what's coming out right now. But I'm still focused on what's happening now. Yeah.
There's like Splatoon. There's a new God of War.
Mm-hmm.
He's supposed to be fighting like supposedly Thor or something. That's what they hinted at.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a few more. It's very common for artists not to pay attention to the new things, because you could get like, you don't want to be inspired by like anything new, right? You want to be inspired by yourself. So
right.
I know a lot of musicians that don't listen to like new rap either.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, and like, when I think about the God of War game coming out, it's like, I mean, I guess only thing is like if it's fighting Thor, like, I don't know. To me, it's like, didn't he do like things way more epic than that? So that's kind of like where my mind goes back to. Is like, the man like literally killed everybody, all the gods. You know what I mean? In like the first couple games. So
I've never played it. That's what happens?
Yeah, like the first God of War, like that shit was epic. Like it was.
He goes through like Neptune's, Zeus, all them.
Yeah,
crazy,
knocking them down, boy. So that's just interesting because it's like the dude went through like heaven and hell. You know what I mean?
To fight Thanos.
Thanos. You funny. It's kind of crazy. So, yeah.
Nice. Did you get any questions?
Nah, did not get any questions.
All right. Well, I have a question for you guys. Would you rather pick up poo with your bare hands or drink a shot glass of throw up?
I would pick up. I'm picking up the shit.
All right. The shit is ginormous.
Regardless, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I have a very like crazy. You know what I'm saying? So even if I smell some shit,
it's gonna take you two trips to pick up this poo, barehanded.
I'll pick up this shit.
All right,
for sure.
True.
Yeah, as opposed to like
putting
it in your body and keeping it outside.
I would.
That's easy as fuck.
Yeah, because I'd probably wash my hands for 2 hours straight, but
Yeah.
Damn it.
It's tough.
Yeah.
It's not that tough at all.
It is not.
What would you do?
Wait, is it your own throw up or somebody else's?
What? Regardless. Hell no.
Your throw up.
Yeah. I mean, I would still pick the shit. But sometimes when you have to throw up, sometimes when you have to, it goes back down. Isn't that considered like drinking or throw up? You know what I'm saying? Like, what if you keep your throw up in your mouth?
This is fresh, like for the occasion.
No.
Yeah.
Would you guys ever be in Fear Factor?
Ooh.
I would try it. Oh shit!
The worst part about it though, just thinking about eating that cockroach, bro.
The cockroach. They were eating like cow balls.
I'm like thinking about that.
Penises.
Penis.
For how much?
I don't know, man. I think a live cockroach is kind of, worse.
They would have like blended shakes with fucking like bugs and like I don't know, like spleens and livers and shit like that.
Yeah.
Doesn't that show
intestines and stuff?
Yeah.
But doesn't that show like how much like more pussier we got? because I feel like back in the day when we were like Neanderthals, we would just eat that shit
Yeah.
anyways. You know what I'm saying? Like we would eat bugs anyway.
Yeah, but shit. Ugh, I don't know. That shit's still different though. Like you're getting chunks of like fucking eyeballs.
Well, if
and
you know, you
shit.
just gotta trick yourself. You know, you think about like you eating bugs or something. Shrimp
Hell nah.
is closely
Crustacean,
related.
Yeah,
No.
I love shrimp.
I love shrimp, bro.
Especially if you have to eat the shell. Very, very similar.
Yeah.
Well, you gonna eat. Well, it's like the.
Hey, for the money.
Have you ever ate a bug before?
Like
that was it like a dish?
Yeah, so like in Colombia, they do a lot of. You could eat like little like grasshoppers and stuff, or like.
Is it fried though or not?
Yeah, sometimes yeah. But I know, isn't it? It's like a thing for like Mexicans to leave a worm inside the tequila, right? And then you got to eat the worm, and that gets you like super drunk.
I don't know.
I thought that was like a scorpion or something.
We need a Mexican on pot. Scorpion, maybe. Yeah.
I thought it was a scorpion because I've heard that before, and I've seen someone drink it and eat
That is
it.
interesting. Don't they like eat ants and stuff like that over here too, or something?
Yeah, I'm sure. Like in a bag, like packaged. Like,
is it good?
No, I think people just eat it to like say that they ate it.
I seen an episode of George Lopez where he like drank.
Protein.
He drank. He had a shot where it had a worm in it.
Yeah.
He started tweaking out.
He got drunk as hell.
Yeah, but he was like hallucinating this shit. Like,
yeah, it probably does something to you.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy with the like even like chili peppers and stuff, how it can kind of do something to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We had some spicy ramen on the pod.
Yeah.
Shout out Jackie. Very spicy and hot episode. And I felt like I was hallucinating out of that shit.
Yep.
And that's probably not even spicy compared to like the pepper. Or have you seen that chip challenge that people are doing?
Oh, it's like the one chip. And
Yeah.
I don't want to.
What is it?
What?
It's like a Pocky chip. The company's called Pocky, and it's just one chip, but you have to buy it online or something. It's like probably like $10 for one chip, but it's supposedly like the hottest chip. It has like whatever pepper powder on the chip, and I've seen people like legit like about to die on videos.
What if I just brought out 4? He's like,
I'm not gonna try that shit.
I'll try it.
Like it? Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's
all right, we need to get it now.
it's where milk and ice cream won't help you.
Oh,
Did
Like you.
they say that?
No, it's just what I said right now.
Oh.
But it looks like it's not gonna help. Yeah.
Did they like bite into the whole thing?
You eat the whole chip.
This is one chip.
It's one chip.
How big is it?
Like a normal like tortilla chip.
Oh, sure, like a Dorito.
Yeah. Yeah.
That shit is ridiculous.
Yeah. But it comes in like a coffin packaging. Yeah.
Nice.
I'll take that Squidward Krabby Patty like nibble. You feel me? That little bite.
Shit. Well,
Screw was cabin. He said that shit wasn't good. Then he got fat.
She went straight to his thigh.
Yeah. Thank you guys for listening to another beautiful episode, user friendly. Thank you, Chris.
thank you, Chris.
Thanks for having me.
He said, "Don't forget the
Topher."
Topher." Yeah. Where can people find you?
CB Illustration on Instagram. Same thing for website.
Nice. Hell yeah. It's your boy Pablo Trees.
Squared Hill.
And it's Jason.
You can follow us at User Friendly Podcasts on YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram,
Twitter, YouTube,
Sometimes I post on Snapchat.
Snapchat.
It's just my Snapchat, but you can
I was gonna say,
I
damn.
post user friendly videos. Catch us in these streets, man.
Nice. Thanks again, Chris.
Yeah, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.